Friday. At least it's Friday for me right now. Welcome to another video. So, as you saw, I just finished an 8-mile run and it was pretty good. My legs are feeling a bit heavy. I hit a pretty solid leg session yesterday. So Wednesday I did some like leg PT, Achilles work, and then yesterday I did a few more like leg exercises, so my legs are feeling a bit stiff. But that's okay. I mean, that's expected when you hit legs, and I plan it accordingly so that the next day, if I have a run, it's an easy run. So it's good, it flushes the legs out. But yeah, welcome to today's video. And I'm excited to bring you along with me. This one's gonna be a little bit different from what I've done in the most recent few videos. But before we get into it, I'm pretty hungry. You know, I just finished my run and I want breakfast, but I don't really know exactly what I want. I'm a bit uncertain. I kind of wanted to switch things up from my usual, and I think I'm gonna ask someone for some suggestions today and some help on what to have after my run.
For post-run breakfast, I chose a bakery muffin, a protein shake, and a piece of fruit. And I did this because it's been my recent favorite combination ever. Like, so yummy. There's this new bakery down the street and it has great muffins, but I also like to get in good protein and some antioxidants after I run. So that's why I did all three.
Hello. What muffins do you have?
Blueberry, chocolate banana, lemon poppy seed, and apple spice chai with this red one. You can't really see it. With
Oh wow. Which one would you recommend?
Me personally, I like the apple spice chai with the blueberry.
You know what? I'm gonna go for blueberry. Can I get a blueberry muffin, please?
Here's my breakfast. So, in case you haven't caught on to today's kind of video idea, I'm gonna let other people decide what I eat today. So I've asked a few people that I follow on Instagram that I really love their content, love the message that they're putting out, and really admire everything that they do. And I've asked them to kind of help me out and just choose my meals for today. And I'll explain why later on in the video. But right now I'm showered. I need to shower right after a run. And I have, thanks to Sabrina, my post-run breakfast. So I have a bakery muffin. As you saw, I went to a local coffee shop and got a blueberry muffin, which I don't know if you can see, but it smells so good. I have some fruit on the side, and then I made a little protein shake, just almond milk, and I used BPN Nutter Bar Blast. This is my favorite protein powder from them. And I never have protein shakes. Like, I eat a lot of protein powder, but mixed into foods, like oatmeal, yogurt, muffins. So this was definitely interesting and definitely did mix it right. But that's okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this breakfast. It's very different, but it's good to switch things up, and I'm gonna explain a little bit later why I'm doing this. But for now, I'm just gonna go and enjoy this and see you all later.
Hello. So as you see, currently leaving Ascend. I just finished a fun climbing session. I don't have work today, and so I'm really just taking advantage of doing whatever I want to do. And that also means procrastinating what I need to do. But I just finished climbing. It was a lot of fun. I got to try some new routes, which was good. I came just kind of to move around and have fun and listen to some podcasts and whatnot. Nothing too intense. But now I'm gonna go home. I'm pretty hungry. I don't really know what I want to make for lunch. I really am kind of uninspired. I don't really know what I want to make. I want to switch things up. And so I'm gonna ask someone for help to help me figure out what to have.
Okay, Kiara, my girl, mi amor, I am so excited to be a part of your video today and kind of helping you challenge yourself when it comes to food and what you eat and whatnot. The meal I want you to make is cheeseburger gnocchi. Now, cheeseburger gnocchi is one of my favorite kind of creations I've had. I love gnocchi. I feel like gnocchi is just so like a cozy thing to have. So it's gonna be gnocchi with either ground turkey, ground beef, cheese. You can add in a couple of vegetables there, basically a lot of stuff that you might have on a cheeseburger, and basically make it into a delicious and hearty pasta dish.
Cheeseburger style pasta. I feel really bad. I was gonna make gnocchi because I was certain I had a pack, and I did. That expired 2 months ago. I don't want to get food poisoning. So the next best bet was another type of pasta. So I'm sorry, Erica. I didn't do exactly what you told me. But I'm pretty proud of that. I also made a good amount of pasta for the week, so I'm actually really intrigued. But it could either be really good, and so I'll have a lot of amazing leftovers, or I'll have to figure out what to do with them. So let's actually do a taste test. I've never had a similar like type of pasta. Like obviously I've had pasta with meat sauce, but the way that this is seasoned and using cheddar cheese in it, very new to me, very, very different. So if you're Italian, or you know, you're my family watching, perdonatemi, scusate, so che non si mette cheddar nella pasta, but you know what? We're in America. That's actually so good. That's actually really, really good. I added Worcestershire, and I think that definitely adds a lot of flavor to the meat. And the cheese is really good. I actually really like that cheddar mix blend. I've started to really, really like that cheese like a few months ago. For anyone who doesn't know me, I grew up hating cheese, like the worst Italian possible. And cheese has been growing on me for the last like 6 months, and that pack is one of those. It's delicious. But this is really good. I'm very happy about this. Thank you so much, Erica. I never would have made something similar to this. I'll have to make it with gnocchi next time, and make sure that the pack isn't expired. But I'm going to actually put a little more in my bowl. I put a little bit just because I wasn't certain how much I would enjoy it, but I really like it, and I'm gonna top off my bowl a little bit. And I'm gonna go enjoy this, and I'm really happy with this. So you should definitely try finding like a cheeseburger pasta sauce or cheeseburger gnocchi. There's a bunch of recipes online. I just kind of followed miscellaneously some of them. I'm gonna now enjoy this, and I'll catch you all later to have a little chat and, you know, discuss what the concept behind, or the idea behind this video is.
Hello. So I'm out for a little walk. It's such a gorgeous day, and I finished all my chores that I've been procrastinating. I called my nonna, so I got to chat with her a little bit. She's in Italy, so we have a bit of a time difference, but it was nice to just talk to her and see how she's doing. But I want to take the time to kind of explain the reasoning of this video and why I'm even filming in the first place. And as many of you may know, or some of you if you're new, I've suffered with a lot of mental health issues, predominantly anxiety and an eating disorder. And I'm still learning, you know, how to manage my thoughts, manage my anxieties, manage my ED voice. But I'm, you know, so much better than where I was, you know, last year, you know, since everything began when I was in high school. But a big part of my struggles in any area of my life kind of originated from a need of control. And I grew up needing to control everything that I could around me. It felt like everything around me was falling apart. I, you know, didn't feel in a good place anywhere. I didn't feel welcome anymore. I felt like everything, I couldn't control what people thought of me. I couldn't control how others treated me. I felt like everything around me was just against me. But I learned very quickly that there were a few actions and behavior changes that I could implement that yielded a positive influence or positive response from others. So, and a lot of it was diet and exercise. Wow, your food is so healthy. Wow, you're so active. Wow, you're so strong. And that then spiraled into, okay, I can't control, you know, what others say about me, what others think about me, etc. But I can control my diet. I can control the food that I'm eating. And I can control, you know, the amount of exercise that I do. And that took it to an extreme. And I'm a big creature of habit, but I've come to kind of realize recently that it's not really a habit or being a creature of habit if the second that that habit breaks, I spiral into a lot of negative self-talk and a lot of negativity. And I start to feel really bad about myself. I start to be extremely anxious about it. I start to, you know, think of anything to counterbalance any unknown that happened that I didn't plan for, etc. And a lot of it is still with food. You know, I planned to eat something and realized that I couldn't make it. I planned to do one thing and then something changed and I had to pivot and change my dinner plans. I don't know. And I realized that that's still really, really present in my life. And so I decided, you know what if I remove that control completely from my day and let other people decide what to make for me. This is uncomfortable. This is very uncomfortable. I don't eat muffins for breakfast. I never get muffins. I haven't gotten a bakery product. I can't even remember when the last time I got a baked muffin. And anytime I wanted one, I would always come up with excuses. Oh, I have food at home. Oh, I don't want to spend the money, blah, blah. When in reality, it was just like, no, you're not, that's not what you have at breakfast, so you're not gonna have one for breakfast. The pasta dish that I had, you know, I would never put cheese in my pasta because I always thought that was like unnecessary calories, for example. Or I wouldn't try to make, very frequently I wouldn't try to make something so different because it was just not known to me. I was like, no, I'm gonna stick with what I know. Very recently I've started, you know, expanding recipes, and even still it's like expanding them but doing a lot of research on like the type of recipe that I want. So I would spend days finding a new curry recipe until I found the perfect one that was like, okay, I'm comfortable to make this one. And so with this one I was like, no, I'm giving that up. You tell me what to have. And I think that that's important to note for so many people, that control isn't always good. You know, I always, you know, preach on letting go on what you can't control, and I've been able to do that a lot with my training. You know, I can't control the weather, I can't control the rain, the sun, the temperatures, and I've been able to do that very well with my training. I still can't do that with my diet. And you know, I understand that if you have specific goals, you know, you want to stick to a particular regimen, stick to a particular diet, depending on what your current goals are, etc. But when that consumes you, and the minute that you step out of that plan absolutely destroys and wrecks you, that's a good sign to take a step back and think about that relationship that you have with yourself and with food. And so that's why I'm doing this. I'm pushing myself to be uncomfortable and experience new things, and, you know, letting go of that sense of control of, I know that this is a safe meal. I've had it so many times that I know exactly what goes in it. And instead, I'm letting someone else tell me what to do and what to eat. And I just follow along and then see what happens. I'm trying to be curious with it. That pasta dish was so dang good. And I'm so happy that I have enough for the rest of the week. And I now have a new recipe that I can't wait to try. That muffin this morning was delicious. I've been wanting to try a muffin from that coffee shop since I moved here, and I haven't. And so I finally did, and I'm so happy that I did. And so this is just a message to everyone that's like, you know, control can be good, but control can be consuming. And that's where that limit really is the control that you're putting actually controlling you, I guess is the better way to put it, you know? And that's what it was for me with food, and it still is, and I'm still learning and I'm still trying. And so we'll get there slowly but surely. So yeah, that's the whole content of this video. And now I'm going to just go on a little walk, listen to a podcast, and then I'm gonna ask a friend to tell me what to have for dinner, and we'll see what we get.
Yo, I have chosen steak, sauteed green vegetables and mashed potato, all because I think that as women and young people, we demonise red meat, and little do we know how serious it is if we avoid it and don't have it in our diet. I chose this because I avoided it for years, and I've been testing myself recently, and I think you should do it too.
So here's my dinner. I have never cooked something like this for myself. And it looks really fancy, and it looks like I'm treating myself and like someone else to a really elegant dinner. But it's just me. And I'm gonna treat myself to this nice steak, mashed potatoes, and some roasted broccoli. I love roasted broccoli, and I did this with some olive oil, a little bit of nutritional yeast, salt and pepper, really simple. But thank you, Louise, for this meal. It's something I literally never make myself, but I'm really excited to dig in, and I'm really excited to eat this lovely meal and just enjoy dinner. And so yeah, I'm gonna do this. And the mashed potatoes were not made by me, because I don't really know how to make mashed potatoes for one, so I just bought them from Target, but it's fine. They smell delicious, so I'm really excited about it. I love mashed potatoes. I love any potato. What's your favorite potato? Comment down below what's your favorite way to consume potatoes. But I'm gonna go and enjoy this steak and these mashed potatoes and broccoli, and we will wrap up the day when I'm done. I just finished my dinner, and it was really good. The steak was a little undercooked, so I had to put it back on the pan for a little bit because
I don't want to get sick from eating raw meat, but it was really, really good. And it, again, totally different from anything I would make myself. I very rarely buy red meat, even like ground beef or anything like that. I never buy steak. I think the last time I bought steak was literally when my boyfriend came to visit me last November, I think, and he specifically requested steak. And so that's literally the only reason why I got it, is because he asked me to, you know, for one night for both of us to kind of cook together and make steak. But that was really good, and I am very excited that the pack came with 2, because now I have at least 1 more. And I think Louise is right. You know, we as women, you know, everyone needs good iron levels, especially runners and athletes, and especially female athletes, because we lose so much iron, you know, during our menstrual cycle. And red meat has, you know, especially steaks, I feel like are always seen as like a manly meal, and something that, you know, women should not eat, and instead should go for like the lean meats or the chickens, etc. And so that was delicious, and that was such a good change from what I typically have, and so thank you. And with that being said, I'm gonna get myself some dessert. This was not a full day of eating, because I had some snacks, you know, like before my run or in the afternoon that obviously I didn't film. The whole point was my main meals, I wanted to be completely different from what I've been having and what kind of I've been having for so long, and kind of getting rid of, as I said before, of that control, getting rid of that for today, and experimenting with what would happen if I made something completely different instead of what I am comfortable with and what I'm safe with. And so with that being said, I'm gonna end the video here, but before I do, I actually asked all of these women to actually send me a piece of advice to share with someone who is struggling with their relationship with food and their relationship with their body. And so I want to share those tips with you all, so that if you're struggling, or if you know, need a reminder, hopefully these can help. One tip that I want to give is embrace the fear and trust the process. It's hard. I've been on this journey for years now, and I'm not even, you know, I've made progress, but I still have a ways to go. But embracing it, and embracing that this is uncomfortable, and this is scary, and this is different and totally out of my comfort zone, and would rather be comfortable listening to my ED, knowing that there's so much more on the other side of fear is truly what kind of makes this worth it. And so I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope these tips and, you know, these messages are helpful to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
And advice for people struggling with body image or eating disorders, it's really just taking it one day at a time. And honestly, like, it can be so easy to look in the future and look at recovery and say, like, this is so overwhelming, but really just taking it one meal, one bite, one day at a time, it makes it more manageable and easy to get through. And just know that you are worth so much more than your weight, your body, your food intake, and that real life is not meant to be lived in the realms of your eating disorder, and that you deserve, and you deserve full freedom from this.
To anyone out there who might be struggling with their relationship with food, especially with their relationship with food and their body, I just want to remind you that food is fuel. And yes, it's fuel for your body, but it's not just that. It's fuel for your brain, for your heart. I kind of tend to say that make sure you're eating things that not only make your body happy, you know, like lots of amazing vegetables and things like that, but that also make your heart happy. So for me, that might be like chicken nuggets and french fries, and things that also will make your like inner child smile.
A message for you if you are in recovery. You are a light being, and every day that you choose yourself, you choose recovery. Your self-esteem, your self-worth improves, and your life improves. I can't tell you how necessary you are to be here. And every time you choose yourself, every time you choose recovery, your life will improve. Day by day, meal by meal. I love you. Kiara loves you. You're not alone.